Hello, my name is Dr. Suchitra Ranjit, and this is my colleague, Dr. Vasant Kumar. Both of us are consultants in the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit of Apollo Children's Hospital, Chennai. In the next few minutes, we'd like to talk to you about a very special treatment that we provide in our hospital. Firstly, the pediatric ICU is not to be confused with the neonatal ICU or NICU. That is only for newborn babies. We deal with older children from 1 month old right up to 16 years of age. So we have a wide variety of patients, including trauma. Children fall from heights, they get into motor vehicle accidents, they take some poisoning, and then they have severe infections. So there's a wide variety. There's many post-operative children. So when they're very sick, we provide life-sustaining therapies, including artificial life support, such as mechanical ventilation that breathes for them, and also supports that help their circulatory system. So what is great about children is that they appear to be really, really sick, and they can die any moment. But if the right treatment is given at the right time, they recover beautifully and they're almost flying and ready to go home to a normal life span ahead. They can live for another 40, 50, 60 years ahead. Sometimes even these life support equipment that we offer to them isn't enough. Even the ventilation can fail when they are really sick. Some children with very severe pneumonia or shock, septic shock, may not survive with the level of intensive care support that we provide. Then we have to move on to something called ECMO. ECMO is a short form for extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, ECMO. So it really is a prolonged period of cardiac bypass. So their heart and lungs are supported from outside. Their whole blood goes to an outside pump and is purified and pumped back into the system. And this buys time for their own heart and lungs to improve. So as I said, our first ECMO was done 10 years ago on a 10-year-old girl with a viral pneumonia. We didn't have COVID those days. It was a viral pneumonia that completely wiped out her lungs. She was on ECMO for about 8 days, and we waited until her lungs improved, and then she recovered. And now she is a grown-up 20-year-old who is pursuing a career in cardiac technology, doing very well, in constant touch with us. My colleague, Dr. Vasant, is in charge of the ECMO program of our hospital, and he will tell you more in details about ECMO.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Dr. Vasant Kumar, one of the consultants in Pediatric and Cardiac Intensive Care of Apollo Children's Hospital. So as we all know, ECMO is extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. So what is corpus meaning? It is outside the body. So instead of the blood running inside the body, it is going to run outside the body, and this membrane oxygenator, which is a machine, which will do the work of your heart and the lungs. So any problem which can affect your heart or the lung in a severe form will be supported by ECMO when your conventional mechanisms fail. Like you try to do artificial ventilation and you find that your ventilator, suppose it's not doing its job and the heart or the lung is still failing, then you resort to ECMO. So the ECMO is a thing which will support both your heart and the lung. That is the first point which you'll have to remember. And the second thing is the process which you're going to undergo is going to be a short-lived process. So the disease process should be reversible. So if you think the child is having a reversible problem, which may be an infection where you give antibiotics and treat, but the child needs only a respiratory support for a short duration of time, which is not managed with conventional ventilation, then you resort to ECMO support. So basically the ECMO, if you have a lung problem, it will support. If you have a heart problem, it will support. So based on the organ support you need, there are different types of ECMO. One is a VV ECMO, veno-venous ECMO, which will support only the lungs, and the other is a VA ECMO, which will support the heart. So depending on the type of support you need, the choice of ECMO will depend. And the second point is reversibility. So you should have a reversible problem, which means you will have to resort to a ECMO center. Not all places have an ECMO center. You can count down the number of ECMO centers which are available in India. And like Dr. Suchitra madam had said, we have been doing ECMO for the last 10 years and we have been doing it more frequently. As day by day our experience increases, the frequency of ECMO at which we do also keeps going every year. So the indications keep increasing, the frequency with which we keep doing increasing, and the outcome also keeps to be getting better day by day as we keep improving on this technology. So the indications are very clear. So since it is a reversible problem, the need for ECMO has to be like you'll have to refer the patients much earlier. So suppose you're on ventilation for close to 5 to 7 days, it is at this time you'll have to think of sending the child for a ECMO or referring to a child to a ECMO center. So that is important. Suppose you are on very high medications to maintain your heart and your blood pressure, then you will always have to think of ECMO support. So these are the indications at which you will have to think of ECMO support. And ECMO is always a team job. So it is like the ICU part takes care of the ECMO inside the ICU. But there are other members who are also involved in this. One is the cardiac surgeons, the cardiac anesthetists are involved, you have the perfusionist, we'll have the lab and the blood bank team, we'll have the other members of the team like vascular surgeon, the interventional radiologist. These are the entire group of members who may be involved, who will actually be involved in an ECMO care of a patient, because it is the team who ultimately takes care of the patient, and it is because of that we are able to give a very good result in our ECMO patients.
So as Vasant said, not every hospital can offer ECMO. And why, you may ask? If it's just a form of life support, if we buy that equipment, we can give ECMO. Anybody may ask the same question. But the difference is that you need the right teams. Vasant told us there's so many teams involved. And at Apollo Children's, we are lucky that the entire might and technology of the main Apollo is just in our backyard, so to speak. So all the teams involved, and there are many, many teams, can come together at a short notice. They need to communicate with each other, troubleshoot, and make sure that the child who comes to us at Apollo Children's gets the best of each team, so that the best results are assured, and as quickly as possible, a successful outcome can be attempted. Having said that, the more number we do, the whole team can come together in a better way, get used to it, and the results keep improving on a continuous basis.